welcome back to another episode of ARK Survival Evolved. Last time I left you guys, I was explaining what I wanted to do for my... open the door. I was explaining to you guys what I was going to do for my cathedral, or my barn, so to speak. But I've actually changed the name of that to the Mathedrial. I feel like it's pretty fitting. I went ahead and extended these foundations. I kind of added this little bit of a unique texture to it, or not texture I should say, but structure, shape. So I thought that it would be really cool to add these walls, and I completed that portion. I added the windows. Also, you can tell just faintly right now that I have blue torches. I have the everlasting torches, and I dyed them blue. Now I need to adjust the settings. I think it looks really cool at night, but it is extremely bright during the day, and I don't think it should necessarily be that bright. So let me go ahead and show y'all what I did and how I did that. Also, between last episode and this one, I got an Oviraptor. So apparently these guys help with eggs, and they gather eggs, but they're not really... I can get an item collector for that. But they definitely just help promote the rate at which eggs are dropped, which is good. I went ahead and found a gate that works, but I have a completely different idea for this whole concept. So before I was explaining that I wanted to go up and build on top of this and have all of my forges and crafting stations in my actual house, so to speak, and be on top of the taming pen. But I don't really feel like I'm utilizing the island the best way that I could. Let's go ahead and show y'all what I'm talking about. So from a bird's eye view, I've got the straight cliff face right there, and I thought that was going to be a really good location to build, and it's not bad. I'm not complaining about that, but I kind of like the idea of having something separate. My old house is down on the shore, back behind me, if you all remember. I have my teleporter pad over here, and I think that the scenery is actually really pretty, and I'm not utilizing it to its fullest potential. I have plans on using the different mods, ecos, landscapes, and things like that. There's several different structures I can actually build and make a little bit of a town. And I'm thinking right around where that big rock is right in front of me, I want to actually build a standalone house, castle type deal. And I think that would be cool because I'm close enough to my dinos, but I don't have to worry about building them all in one location. I can actually utilize this enclosed area, which I haven't finished yet. And I think I'm actually going to change... I might change this wall to where it actually finishes wrapping around this edge and then comes back over. Because right now, I did the low spot, and that's not necessarily a bad thing, but I think as far as aesthetics go, it'll look better if I follow it around and then come back over to the water edge. Now, I'm going to definitely build a dock, which will be nice. There's a possibility of me building pirate ships and things like that as well, which will be cool. Have to worry about the leads when it comes to those kind of things, but if I have a Megalodon and I just have it following me, it should be fine. Or maybe a couple of them, I don't know. I need to get one of those. There's so many different dinos I need to get and explore and check out. But for now, what we're going to be doing today is just kind of working on this a little bit better. I might end up changing these glass walls to something else. I definitely need to finish the roof of this. And I need to be working on the roofs over here. Now, something I've discovered, and I'm going to have to go ahead and change. As you can see here, this is missing. It wasn't missing until earlier today. I wanted to go ahead and try and put this right here. But the problem is, when I do that, because it's snapped to the same wall, it actually destroys everything above it, which is definitely not something that I want to do. So my idea is to actually do this right here and have sections where it's raised and then flat and then raised again. Now I might be able to actually snap a roof on top of this one. It's just going to look different inside the pins, which I'm not really too concerned about, but at the same time I want the roof to look even and uniform all the way across. So this is what I've come up with so far. That's pretty much the only possibility that I can see happening. Now, I've done a lot of building with the keep stuff. Jocelyn and I actually did the community center in a mixture of keep and S plus materials. The only problem with that is they don't snap together as well. S plus fortunately lets you do half walls and partial pieces. It'll snap to it. Full size wall will snap to like this right here, no problem, and will actually overlap on other S plus. What is going on? Why is there a gap? There shouldn't be a gap. The only reason I could see there being a gap is because I used S plus foundations and not keep foundations. See, these are the small problems that I have. I'm not super concerned about it. I think it looks okay. As far as the entire build being the same shape, and if there's a little bit of a gap, I'm okay with that. It might bug y'all, and I really don't mean to. But that's also kind of what I've got right now. And restarting this entire build's probably out of the question. So anyways, I'm going to keep working on this, and when I get a little bit more progress done, I'll be back. I've made quite a bit of headway. As you can see, I went ahead and actually, let me show y'all. I went ahead and actually replaced these roofs right here. They were not lining up correctly, and that's just from a simple mistake from the very beginning. It actually was trying to snap to a different point, and then I made the whole thing off of that, and there were all these gaps, and I didn't like that. Now, the gaps in the roof, I cannot really fix. That's okay. I'm alright with it. You can't really tell, and honestly, it lets in a little bit of sunlight. I noticed that I got rid of those roof toppers that we had. I don't know what I was trying to do before, but for whatever reason, I thought that I couldn't do it, so I was able to go up too high over here, and I just duplicated that here and then there, and then I'm working on that over there. I ran out of mats. I'm gonna have to do that, but for the sake of the episode, I wanted to go ahead and do something a little bit different. We're gonna go over to my old base and make a taming pen. That way there's a little bit more building in this episode, and possibly we might try and find something on my island to take over there with the Quetzal and tame it up. My plan for this was relatively simple. I kind of like the design of the house that I first built. I'm a little bit partial to it. But I wanted to definitely do it in at least metal. I think that would probably be the best, and it's also one of the highest tiers you can get. Let's see, I should have enough materials. I need to have the metal walls and, of course, the metal windows to be able to shoot through. The other reason I wanted to keep my previous house is because I want to be able to stand up here, and if this isn't high enough, then you can always go around to the back. Oh, okay, well, you can go up here, like I was saying, and be able to shoot in from here, and hopefully you're not going to be able to get hit. Now, I might have to end up extending this a little bit further. I believe a Rex can fit in here just fine. That's kind of what I was thinking. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and just go do this. I'm going to move it one out, just because I want to make sure that it's far enough away that we aren't necessarily so close to the actual building that it could attack the building. I would much rather them be able to attack the walls themselves, and that's it. Okay, so we'll do that, and we'll go ahead and have a window here, and we'll do, I'm thinking we should probably just put the door here. Yeah, that'll probably work. I think that'll be good. We'll have another window. Let's do a window here, just so we can look in and see how close it actually is. We should probably alternate windows on the bottom floor. That's what I'm thinking. Or window and wall, window and wall. We'll go ahead and just do that right there, though. For that one, we'll go ahead and match. Actually, we'll mix match it with the windows and walls again, to kind of give different angles that you normally wouldn't have. Okay, yeah, perfect. Let's see. How many more of these do I need? In the front, Let's see. You probably can't. Well, you could look through here, I imagine, but I'll just go ahead and do that right there. That's a good vantage point. And then we'll do, yeah, there's no way you can see through that one. Okay, so we've got that. We need to go up, I think, I'm trying to think how high we need to go up with this thing. Why aren't you snapping? There we go. Yeah, I'm definitely going to need more walls. That's for sure. Okay. Man, that metal stuff is expensive. Also have kind of been keeping track of how many materials when I gather, how long it'll go. So if I use the medieval forge, and I don't think that actually has anything to do with it, what forge I use, but if I use the medieval forge and I put 1,000 metal in there, it'll make 500 metal ingots. So that's a good thing to know. Let's finish this up. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna have enough though. Oh jeez, I should have done the math. That's what I get. Okay, so it looks like 10 went that far. So I'm gonna need, how many more am I gonna need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, no, it's already flush all the way around. Okay, you know what? We're just gonna stick with 2 high and see how that goes. I'm gonna go ahead and put this other metal piece in here. I don't want to make it too tall. I was thinking 3, but if I do 3, that might actually hinder me if it's a smaller dino. Well, no, it won't, because I have the windows. I don't know what I'm talking about. Let's try and find something on our island that we can tame. We've got enough delta darts. I might have to, depending on what it is, I might have to get meat. No, I've got enough raw meat. Prime meat would be good. Let's see what we can find. Okay. I really want to get something unique to my island. Now, if you guys remember, I had the fairy birds here, but ever since probably, oh geez, episode 3, I haven't seen any of them on the island, which is kind of weird. I'm not really sure what happened with that. There's a parasaur. Yeah, that you're worthless. Another parasaur. Huh. There's usually a lot more dinos over here. I'm not really sure what's going on. Okay, well, it doesn't help to be stuck in... Oh! Speak of the devil. What level are you? What? 220. I think they like kibble. I know they're herbivores. Can I pick you up with the quets? Could this be a disaster? Quite possible. I'm not thinking I can pick you up. Wait, can I? Oh, I can. Oh, this is perfect. I'm really glad I built this out of metal because they cannot actually damage metal. Which is gonna be fantastic. Oh, I've got my sweet, sweet revenge. This is good. I wish it was a little bit of a higher level, but you know what? I'm really not gonna complain about it. This is great. And I've got delta darts. Last time I was trying to do this, I had... First off, I didn't have a quets, so I was trying to do it on the ground, which is a terrible, terrible idea. And I also only had trank darts. Now, how effectively am I going to be able to drop you a little bit? Oh. Swing and a miss. Okay, well, Quit hitting me, dude. Jackpot. Okay, I need to put my quets on passive. I remember that the hard way. Let's make sure you're passive, because that could be very, very bad. I could lose all my levels. Let's go up here and start knocking this bad boy out. Now, I don't have kibble like I was saying, which could be a problem as far as the levels go. But you know what? I don't really care. I'm getting my sweet, sweet revenge. You cannot get out of my pen. You can get out of my pen. Okay, well, maybe I should have done 3. Oh, he's going towards my dinos. That's not going to be good. Holy crap. Oh, jeez. Wait, I thought you couldn't attack, or is he hitting the foundation pieces? It's very possible he's hitting the foundation. Or she's hitting the foundation, I should say. I really thought you couldn't. You know what? I really, really need to get you knocked out. I wonder how many Delta Darts it's going to take. It's 2 so far. It's 3. Is it... Perfect, it's knocked out. That's right, sucker. Sweet, sweet revenge. Did a little bit of research while I had some spare time, and they actually like Megalosaurus kibble. So, I don't actually have a Megalosaurus. Therefore, there's no way for me to make the kibble. But the second highest thing that they like are vegetables. So I just kind of threw a smorgasbord of all the veggies I've had. and it seems to be working fairly quickly. Let's see. 100% taming effectiveness, which is awesome. So it's going to end up, hopefully, around 329. That's the hope. It might go down a little bit. Usually it does, but it's going up so slow. 8.6%. It's probably been about 5-10 minutes, something around there. This might take a while. And I need to go grab some more narcos because it's obvious I'm going to burn through all of that. I haven't quite figured out the ratio between taming effectiveness and how knocked out it is, the torpidity. I don't know if that affects it. I don't know if it doesn't. I don't know. I probably should do a little bit more research on that when I start taming things, and I should probably not do it on a whim like that. Where did I put my narcos? I think... Oh yeah, I've got plenty. Plenty. I've been saving up for this moment for a very long time. I got this saddle, weeks ago, in hopes to get one of these things. And I just haven't seen them on my island, like I was saying. I don't really know how that works. There's been... Yeah, not a whole lot, actually, on my island. Some patchies. There's been, obviously, parasaurs and trikes and things like that. But as far as kind of difficult dinos, I haven't really seen any at all. But I'm glad that this little sucker came over here. That makes things a heck of a lot easier. 12 years later. No, I'm just kidding. It actually hadn't been that long. Probably about an hour. It takes quite a bit of time. I imagine using the Megalosaurus kibble actually speeds things up quite a bit, but I'm not really sure. Like I said earlier, I've never actually used kibble before, and never really noticed the difference. Plus, the torpidity on this guy, oh man, I've used 300 narcotics. Between 250 and 300 narcotics over the course of this hour, just to kind of keep this thing. So, this is definitely not one of those that you shoot and leave there and let starve and then just feed it and tame it really fast. It's definitely not one of those. Now, I wonder, though, the jellyfish actually allow you to... the material you get from them actually acts as a narcotic as well. Oh, hey, cool. Awesome. Sweet revenge. Perfect. There we go. I think that's a perfect name for you. 329. Yep, I didn't lose a level at all. That is virtually a perfect tame. 90... Oh, harvesting levels. Additional delicate harvesting, power harvesting. Okay. Not really sure what that is. Let's do the dino pickup. Let's consume. Let's transfer. Oh, man. I should have moved the saddle over. Oh, this is gonna be great. Oh my gosh. Heck yes. Oh, check that out. Oh, wow. Let's see here. You got way too much. Your weight is terrible. Okay, but at least I know that is an excellent way to get wood and thatch. And I'm super happy about this tame. Can you jump? No jumping. Oh, this is good. This is really, really good. Perfect. Well, I think I'm going to go ahead and end the episode here. Got quite a bit done. This actually took quite a while to make this episode. I will continue to work on the roof, finish off what I've been doing over there, and then eventually, like I said, I'm going to start building my house up on that cove. And the dock, and finally remove the nice little rectangle I've got. I'm thinking about expanding the garden as well, probably making it double the size. I'm most likely going to be expanding out towards the water, but I'm not really sure yet. I'm going to have a weird little gap right here. Maybe I'll actually extend this out and make bigger pens so I don't have to cram my Rexes in there so much. And I can have room for this guy, or girl. Yeah, for this girl. Anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed the episode. Hit the like button, subscribe, really helps me out. See you next time. Bye-bye.